Alright, here's some lightsworn versus beasts. And they use Poro Cerberus, which I thought was pretty cool, but I just say beasts in general because all they were using was beasts. They used Poro, they used fencing fire ferret, they use an X Saber, Arabellum. But what all I did was set Araiko. He set Poro and Magic Cylinder and Fiendish Chain. I summon out her because it returns it to the deck, but he Magic Cylinders me, so I have to take it. I got the Gardena, and this is when he summons out the Fencing Fire Ferret, and I don't want him to beat over it, so I use a Gardena, because I have a plays in mind that I can do with him. So I activate him, popping his back row, summoning out Lumina, getting back Raiden, acting Raiden's effect, hoping for awesome ass mills. Didn't get them, but now have 3 level 4s on the field, and I'll just synchro into Stardust, attack over him, effect, Stardust says no. I'll attempt to attack over him, but I can't. Lumina, mill, special out that Stardust. He sets Night Beam, and this is with Arabellum. He has the Rangeki in hand. So I just summon out Judgment, activate Judgment. I do get rid of the Stardust though, which is sad. I just try to go in for damage on this one. And he does that, which if you don't know what Poro Cerberus does, if you take damage from an attack or an opponent's card, when this card is in your graveyard, you can banish this card, then target one card you're on the field to destroy it. So what he does is he took the Levier, he took the 25 from Levier, and then he banished both to get rid of my Judgment Dragon and my Levier, which I thought was pretty sweet. Which I should have attacked him for the 3,000, but I didn't. And this is where he uses Uniflora, Mystical Beast of the Forests. He drew into it. He just straight up attacked me, so. And I had Necrogarden because I didn't want to lose anything. On this one, I beat over him. I got that great Wolf Mill. But since he can't really do anything, kill Rageki, he'll activate Monster Incarnation, get an Arabellum back to hand, summoning Arabellum, attacking directly, and luckily the random card I'd lost was Necrogarden, which is really good for me. Now he has to top deck. I don't really have to top deck since I have the Raikos. He drew into another Mystical Beast of the Forest. I just destroy the Arabellum because that's going to be the hardest thing I can get over with my hand at the moment. So I just summon out her and I end phase because she has very low attack and I have an Honest in hand. So I'm like, okay, he can beat over like whatever. So this is where I get out Judgment Dragon number 2, even though it's still the first one. Still blowing up the field, attacking. Very sad that it was another Poro Cerberus, because he got rid of it again. So for defense, I just set Honest, so he couldn't do something really dumb and just be like, oh, a 22 beater. But he plays Iris, Rock, Sunrise, which gets him a beat stick, and if he had monsters on the field, they would raise his attack. But he takes 200, and I'll leave him on the field, and I'll set a Night Assailant. And of course he'll attack into the Night Assailant. I'll Necrogarden it, because I want them to stay on the field. And at this point, I'll flip the Night Assailant, target, destroy, and of course he'll be destroying Honest. But I banish him, get out Blackluster Soldier. What I could have done was get Targus back to hand, and then flip. But I decided not to, because I knew that I would be hitting him with a 3000. So that was a GG. This is a duel video between lightsworns and some geargias that are using fire and ice hands. I found this to be a little bit weird at first, once I found out that they're using the hands, and they're also using a quick span knight for some synchros, which I haven't seen any geargias use that. So he makes Geargiant X, and I'm like, okay, it's normal geargias. Activated solar recharge, I'm popping his back row, because I know I can't get over his Geargiant X. He's gonna get another accelerator to hand, and he plays fire hand, and I'm like, what? Alright, I'll take a 23 to the face. But Necrogardener is a boss. Draw into Raikou. Normal summon Lumina. Get Lumina's effect. Special out of Lumina. Lumina's effect. Special out Lila. Lila's effect. Pop back row. And activate the Black Wings effect, Zephyros. Take 400. I'll overlay for Shark. Stealing his Geargiant X. I was hoping that his effect wouldn't go off, but it does. He kills Lila, summons out Nice Hand. I don't know why I said Lila, it's Lumina. And he summoned Quick Span Knight, made clear winged Synchro Dragon, lowered the attack, and then I used Necrogarden to keep him alive. He said an MST. Draw into Lila. Play Lumina. Activate. Get Luma. Activate. Get Lila. I lose a lot of hand advantage doing that. I attack into the Clearwing Synchron with Lumina, and I activated Honest. I figured I'd just go in. Now as good as time as any. Overlay, end phase, main phase 2 for Zin mains. And he instant fusions for Elder God Nodin. Gets back Quick Span Knight. Gets out Black Rose. Quick Span Knight lowers his attack. Black Rose just blows up field. I use number 101's and Zin main's effect to keep themselves alive. I use Zin main's effect to blow up himself. And here I could either have summoned out Blackluster Soldier or Lila, and it would have been game. I decided to summon out the BLS and just attack with him. And yeah, GG. This is my lightsworns versus some necloths, and we get to see what happens. Now, of course, I go first, because I always like going first. So I just summon the Maiden, because I have an Honest in hand. I decided not to go with the Solar Recharge, and he does Lightsworn shenanigans. Getting out Unicorn, and then getting an Examir, doing this to get out Gungnir. And he's just going to attack into maiden, which means I use honest. He's gonna do Examir. He's gonna do Katomir, which means they're now both in hand. He set the Keldomir, and I joined a wolf, which with solar recharge isn't that bad. And then I summon Lila, pop his back row, synchro, and then I get it out of Judgment Dragon. So I hit him for a bit, and now what I can do at any point when this card's destroyed, I can gain some life at the cost of my lightsworn. What I like to do if I have him on the field is late game, is if I have him on the field and I can summon out a Judgment Dragon, I'll just summon out the Judgment Dragon, blow up the field, add back all the lightsworns, and then I'll just gain a whole bunch of life, and then I can be like, oh well, Judgment Dragon, Hopefully I win now, because if not, I'm boned. But now I mill 7 cards. Of course, none of them would be the wolf, but as you can see, they don't get the best of stuff. So he just summons out a mathematician, and the dude quit, which anyway it would have done, I would have wound up winning. Just because of Judgment Dragon. Because these guys only really do anything with the extra deck. If he destroyed them, I would have just gorzed, But I did like the fact that I could beat necloth if done very weirdly.